I was surrounded by people and still managed to disappear. Chapter 7. The Disappearing Man, Los Angeles. Los Angeles glows at night in a way few cities do. From this hotel window, the skyline looks like a constellation someone dropped onto the earth. Endless lights, endless movement, endless noise. Cars flow down the freeways like rivers of red and white. Billboards flash, music leaks from open windows. People chase dreams on every corner. It's a city full of life, a city full of people, a city where you can stand in a crowd and feel completely invisible. That's why I'm here for this chapter, because this is the chapter where I disappeared. Not all at once, not dramatically, not in a way anyone would notice, piece by piece, quietly, slowly. Addiction doesn't always look like chaos. Sometimes it looks like functioning. Sometimes it looks like smiling. Sometimes it looks like showing up physically while your mind drifts miles away. That was me. A man fading in plain sight. Los Angeles understands that kind of fading. This is a city where people reinvent themselves daily. Sometimes out of hope, sometimes out of fear, sometimes out of desperation. A city where masks are normal, where performance is survival, where disappearing behind an image is almost expected. I didn't set out to disappear, it just happened. At first it was subtle, a missed call here, a forgotten birthday there, a conversation where I nodded at the right times but didn't hear a word, a laugh that sounded like mine but didn't feel like mine. People around me didn't notice. Why would they? I was still showing up, still doing the things I was supposed to do, still playing the role I had built over years. But inside I was thinning, like a photograph left in the sun too long, like a voice echoing down a hallway until it fades into nothing. I remember moments, small ones, sitting at dinner with friends, smiling, but feeling like I was watching myself from across the room. Driving home and realizing I didn't remember the last 10 minutes of the road. Standing in a conversation and feeling like I was underwater, hearing words but not absorbing them. That's what disappearing feels like. Not dramatic, not cinematic, just distant. Los Angeles at night mirrors that feeling. The lights are bright, but the shadows are deep. The noise is loud, but the silence underneath is louder. The city is full, but the emptiness between people is real. I became an expert at blending in, at being present enough to avoid questions, at being functional enough to avoid concern, at being alive enough to avoid suspicion. But I wasn't really there. Every retreat into my private world, the world built on screens, secrecy, and escape, cost me something real. A little bit of connection, a little bit of authenticity, a little bit of myself, and the cost added up. I didn't realize how much I had lost until I tried to reach for something. A feeling, a memory, a sense of self, and found nothing there. That's the danger of disappearing. You don't notice it while it's happening. You only notice when you try to come back. Los Angeles is full of people chasing something. Fame, success, validation, reinvention. I wasn't chasing anything. I was running from the quiet, running from the truth, running from myself. And the more I ran, the more transparent I became. There's a loneliness that comes with disappearing. A loneliness that doesn't come from being alone, but from being unknown, from being unrecognized, from being unseen even by yourself. I remember looking in the mirror one morning and feeling nothing. Not disgust, not sadness, not fear, just nothing. That's when I knew something was wrong. Not because I felt bad, but because I didn't feel anything at all. Numbness is its own kind of pain. A quiet one, a slow one, a dangerous one. And that numbness followed me everywhere. Into conversations, into relationships, into rooms where I should have felt alive but felt like a ghost instead. This chapter isn't about the collapse. That comes later. This chapter is about the erosion, the slow wearing away of a person who didn't know how to stop hiding. Los Angeles shines outside this window, bright and alive. But inside this room, inside this story, inside that version of me, everything was dimming. I wasn't gone yet, but I was fading, and I didn't know how to stop. I was becoming a ghost in my own life, and soon I'd have to face the truth I'd been running from. A different room, a different window, a different city each month.